Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Angelo How, AVC International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Erlindo Eusebio, National Referee. Let's call on our starting lineup from our guest team from Thailand, Est Cola. Let's begin with jersey number 4, Patita Kongnok. At number 9, Natawan Pataisong. Wearing jersey number 10, Sasiton Yata. At number 11, Tanya Prong Siso. Number 12, Warisara Setalo. And number 15, Natanika Waksa. Starting libero is number 1, Kalyara Kamwong. Head coach, Miss Wana Bukhal. Presenting our defending champions, our guest team from Japan, Kurashiki Ablaze. Team captain wearing jersey number 2, Saya Taniguchi. At number 3, Kiyoka Oshima. Number 10, Yukino Yano. At number 15, Lokmei Singh or Maggie. Number 16, Saki Tanabe. And number 23, Mami Gondo. Starting libero, number 5, Momoka Yamashiro. Head coach, Mr. Suzuki Hideo. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 11, the battle.
Take a look at the starting lineup for Est Cola and Wana Wakao. She's made a few changes as Kongnok Sangtong are in the starting lineup along with Siso. In the meantime, no changes for Kurashiki Ablaze. This is the same starting 6 that they used when they took on the HD Spikers and lost in 5 sets.
Here we go. It's an international game.
Yep.
Thailand versus Japan. Young Thailand.
Yep.
Under 20.
We begin the match with the serve.
A very promising young lineup, though, for Est Cola. And we're off in the opening set. Oshima. Nice one-handed set and a quick delivery. That point for Wasan.
Right away. Of course, Kurashiki wants to leave this league with a win,
Yep.
as they are the defending champion of last conference invitational.
Bad pass. Battle at the net. Wasan tips it over. Easy over from Pataison. And there is going to be a net touch against Est Cola.
Clear net touch there. I think yung young team na si Thailand is still warming up.
Yep.
They know Kurashiki is a great team.
Obviously, Phil, it's going to be hard to scout. They're going to rely only on the tapes from this game, as you see a terrific monster block. We're going to get to that question fully in just a bit. Right now, let's talk to Alexis inside.
Eric and Phil, I had the chance to talk to Kyoko Oshima of Kurashiki Ablaze, and she told me that they would fight back whether it's going to be a 5-setter or a sweep, because they're aiming to bounce back from yesterday's loss. Despite their 3 a.m. departure tomorrow, the team is unfazed by the lack of sleep, believing the experience is well worth it. Upon their return to home country, they'll be gearing up for the prestigious Japan Cup, one of the country's biggest nationwide tournaments, and their participation in the PVL conference has undoubtedly fueled their preparation for the upcoming challenge. They hope to be back soon again here in the Philippines in hopes of getting another reinforced title. For now, it's the bronze they want to take home. Catch the replays on the Pilipinas Live app for only 149 pesos. Back to set 1 here at the Big Dome.
Thank you, Alexis. So practically no sleep for
Yes.
Kurashiki Ablaze, as they will have a 3 a.m. flight.
3 a.m. Alis agad sila.
So yeah, you're going to be at the airport around 11, 12 o'clock.
So I guess this PVL conference for them is parang pre-season nila sa Japan League nila.
Really,
Yes.
starting pretty soon.
Service.
Meantime, serving is Warisara. And we talked about her 33 points,
The career high.
11 receptions, that's right, in that game against the Foxies. Easy over after the defense kept it alive for Kurashiki Ablaze. Terrific defense on the floor for the Japanese team, and they pounded away.
Great rally for both teams, but did you notice the defense of Japan? They're very scrappy. Even their game versus Signal, it was
Just
like
classic
So, yes.
Japanese type volleyball defense.
Their movement. Pang Japan.
Exactly.
That's why some of the teams train in Japan.
Because, yeah,
Yes.
it helps you solidify your defense and see how you should be moving as well as the Japanese when they cover the floor.
As you can see here, great attack from Sassy, number 10. Quick attack, and I feel like Thailand should activate more of their middles.
That's true. They have some pretty talented and mobile middle blockers and middle attackers. Nice dig coming from Warisara. And a block up top from Lo May. 3 points already.
Maggie, aside from being the number 1 spiker, she's also number 3 in blocking. She's, alam ko may notes ka dito, she's 6'1".
Yep, 6'1".
Yes. Pakopya ng notes. Ang dami niyang notes, guys.
Serving 5.
1 point game. Est Cola trailing.
Serving for Est Cola.
17-year-old Natawan serves it outside. And it's, I mean, I'm sure Phil has had the experience of playing at such a young age as well. I mean,
Not younger than them,
just
internationally.
yeah, but just as young.
Yes.
Just competing, you know, locally against top Filipina players as well. And I'm sure for these guys, it must feel so good to see, you know, to test your talent and
Yes.
see other talent as well.
You know, and they have a chance to go up against Japan and of course the senior teams here in the Philippines. And such a good experience for this young Thailand team. And I'm sure susundan din natin sila.
How big of a confidence boost is it to keep up with, you know, older players and even beat the Foxies in 5 sets?
I feel like when you're young, you know, palaban ka pa. Nothing to lose, and diba? Nothing to prove, nothing to lose, and you know, everything's gonna be just happy. You want to play here.
Well, everything is happy for Kurashiki. They're up by 4 here in the opening set. Kurashiki Ablaze lined up already. After the technical timeout, they're up by 4 in this bronze medal match. Obviously, we talked about the excitement, the confidence building this match can give their opponents, Est Cola, but for Kurashiki Ablaze, obviously, it will feel like a little bit of a letdown after winning the championship last year. They are relegated to battling for the bronze medal today.
You know, it's a different challenge this year kasi all of the teams, the local teams have reinforcement compared to when I played against them. We were a solid all-Filipino team.
But how was it, Phil? I mean, only very few people can talk about the experience of playing against a foreign,
Yes.
club team.
I love playing internationally because, iba na naman yung kalaban.
Yeah.
Like, right now, in the second game, championship match, it's Signal and Creamline again. So, sabi ko nga kay Coach Rico kanina umaga, kahit nakapikat yung dalawa, kaya nila maglaban.
That's
So,
true.
playing against international team is a new experience, new exposure, new friends actually. That's why I love sports. Kasi ang daming new players na may meet mo.
You get more tense going up against a foreign club team.
Yes, because they're faster. Parang, bilis nila. Especially Japan.
Yeah.
Tatalon pa lang ako, napalo niya na yung bola.
In the meantime, a point scored after the technical timeout by Est Cola, but Taniguchi right away takes it right back for Kurashiki Ablaze. Spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin Pasalubok ng Bayan.
What a great set by Washima.
That's the speed you're talking about,
Yeah, it was a fast set. Sabi ko nga, fast set.
Yukino Yano with a serve down the line. Easy pass. And Yano unable to pick that one up. Score that one for Warisara.
She has good reception there, and she's actually one of the top players of Est Cola. Baby Fern.
18 years old. Meantime, 16-year-old Wasan with a serve.
That's
Maybe
their
one too many
Yeah,
service
that's their Est Cola's second service error. And if they want to go close to the points of Kurashiki, they need to lessen those service errors.
There's their head coach, Wana, 43 years old, a 44-time national player.
Wow.
Multiple Best Libero awardee, one-time MVP in the Thailand League. Side out for Warisara.
Again, Fern is aiming for the down the line or the zone 1. That's her second spike in that spot. And the defense, of course, haven't adjusted.
Despite the highlights, Est Cola still playing catch-up because of quick side outs by Kurashiki Ablaze.
And you know that Kurashiki has a good first attack. That's pag may reception din talaga, they could run the play like that. Spike in the middle.
Back to a 4-point deficit against Est Cola. It will become 5. That one did not hit the blockers.
Yes, another unforced error for Est Cola.
But don't sleep on this team, Est Cola. They already, finished very high here in the Philippines as well, in a different tournament, in a different league. They were co-champions back in 2016. So they know how to win here in the country, but that was obviously a different team. That was 8 years ago. 13-7, the lead by Kurashiki over Est Cola. And you're looking at the coaching staff, the star-studded coaching staff
Naintindihan ko
of
si
Est Cola.
Coach, si Coach Juana, sabi niya may pilay. Don't worry daw. O, di ba? Naintindihan ko yung time out. Konti. May pilay. But I think she's taking off the pressure from her team na, don't worry, just play your game.
Because they're already getting down by their biggest margin. 5-point lead for Kurashiki Ablaze. Yano from the back row. And she misses the mark.
Actually, there was kind of low fast set for Yano there, and she had to adjust. Parang di siya ready.
In case you're wondering why we said the star-studded lineup coaching staff, Wilaban Piñapong is in the coaching staff of Wana along with Bloomjit Tinkao. So, I mean, two very familiar names, Filipinos who love Thai brand of volleyball. Wait a minute, a net touch against Est Cola.
Another error again. It's piling up, and I feel like the frustration for them just to commit the small errors.
They have 5 errors already.
Oh, 5. 2 service error, net touch, 2 net touch.
Yep. Good defense in the back row for Kurashiki Ablaze. Yano hits at an up by Kamwong. Back row push for Est Cola. And again, terrific defense by Kamwong. But another fault. Net touch. That's going to be called against Koknok.
Actually, if you notice in Est Cola, it's Kaki, number 4, who started or is playing right now.
Yep.
Their second setter.
3 new players in the starting lineup for Wana. That one, fiery hit coming from Patay Song, her second point.
Finally, a clean spike from Est Cola here.
Jata, 16 years old, had 8 points in the last game against the Foxies, serving. Nice push. And there's a net touch again.
Ooh, that's their 4th net touch. I think merong nerves konti dito kay Est Cola.
That's why Coach Wana was saying,
May play.
right. 16-9, Kurashiki Ablaze against Est Cola, opening set of this bronze medal match. There's the president of Sports Vision, Ricky Palu, bottom of your screens.
My coach, Coach Tai.
That's right, I was about to say, your coach. And former UP coach, Coach Gotti.
Coach Gotti. Kumu. And Coach Shota.
Shota of the Foxies. Who is correct, right? The husband of Asaka Tamaru, who formerly played for Kurashiki Ablaze, now is the
reinforcement
in
of Farm Fresh.
That's right. So it goes just round and round. It's a one big happy family here. Right now, though, Est Cola staring at a 7-point deficit, the biggest lead of Kurashiki Ablaze, but a nice hit coming from Patay Song cuts it down to 6.
The same spot actually in the sweeper position of Kurashiki.
Well, Est Cola giving a good fight here, but it's right now it's just not enough. Here's a free ball. Let's see what they can do. Back row attack. That pass not good enough. Not even high enough for a second touch from Taniguchi.
I think Taniguchi was there pero nadapa siya. If you can see here. Great back row attack from Fern.
Sometimes the grippy shoes may be just a little bit too grippy, perhaps.
Yes. Matitisod ka.
That ever happened to you? Like the shoes were too grippy?
I do not recall. I have nice shoes.
That one goes outside, no touch.
Now Est Cola is forcing Kurashiki to commit those errors naman.
So back-to-back errors for Ablaze, and it's a 3-0 run for Est Cola. From down 7, they're within 4. And that one could have been outside, but it was picked up. Yano attacking. Dug easily by Wansuk. Oshima. Yano again. Got it.
Oh, well, nice shot from Yano. 17-12.
Great attack coming from Yano. No block for Est Cola there.
And you see that great transition from defense in the back row to offense. Saki Tanabe has been defending so well in the back row for Kurashiki Ablaze. This one an overpass. And nice block up top coming from Sang Tong.
Yes, number 5, that's their first setter. Substituted already.
Right. Kanokporn Sang Tong, team captain, 19 years old.
19 pa lang siya.
There's nobody above 19
Okay.
for Est Cola.
Yeah, I saw their birthdays here.
Yeah. Oh, nice defense again by Saki Tanabe in the back row for Kurashiki Ablaze. Again, Saki Tanabe keeping it alive. And finally, Taniguchi delivering the killer blow.
Yes, Taniguchi, if you notice, the opposite spikers of Japan was always left with just one blocker from Est Cola.
But you gotta credit maybe half that point or 3/4 of that point, the defense of Saki Tanabe. Twice she dug the attacks of Est Cola. Bad pass coming from Sitalued. Chance ball here for Ablaze. Oshima. Taniguchi, that is popped up. A little too close to the net. Joust, won by Est Cola. Here comes Kurashiki Ablaze. They knock it off the blockers.
Off the hands of the blockers of Est Cola. I feel like Est Cola is a taller team, much taller team compared to Kurashiki. So it's expected that Est Cola should have more blocking points here.
Well, they had 11 blocks
Wow.
against the Foxies. Running attack, and they got it on the line. Yes,
Great running attack.
coming from Wasan.
Yes, if they have Est Cola as a reception, I'm sure they could run that play and score a point.
Third point for the 16-year-old 6'1" Natarika Wasan, who's set to serve right now.
Tama na yung pag-mention ng age.
But feeling mo tumatanda tayo. Back row. And Yano popping it up. Here's a chance ball again for Est Cola. Oh, miss hit. In fact, it didn't even hit.
Sayang, because that was a good chance ball. But then, basa nga naman ibibigay sa middle blocker.
2014, Kurashiki up by 6. So you're looking at Est Cola.
I was trying to understand the timeout.
Did you get anything?
Duay lang, like together, maybe go together. Yun lang.
1-3 is their win-loss record. Kurashiki Ablaze, meantime, 2-2. But they're coming off back-to-back losses.
I know, because last conference in the Invitational, they swept the conference that season, 2023. I was there. Talo kami.
Passing has been suspect for Est Cola. Oshima picking it up. But there's a double contact. Going to be called against Gondo.
Parang okay naman sa akin. Si strict si referee.
Angelo Howe has much higher standards.
I know. Parang okay naman sa akin yung set na yun. Kasi ganun din ako mag-set.
Angelo Howe, our first referee, and Erlindo Eusebio, our second referee. Nice serve. Taniguchi off the block.
Did you see Oshima?
Yep.
Nakailang silip siya to the blockers of Est Cola before she set it to the opposite.
That's experience for you.
One.
For Oshima.
Yes. She has time to look at the blockers.
That's muscle memory already for her. Off the block. That's ungettable. As ungettable as you can get. Patay Song with 4 points.
Yes, and she's been the one scoring, actually, for Est Cola here. Anong height?
5'9".
5'9".
And yeah, she has
Tatangkad pa siya.
tatangkad pa because she's just 17.
Yes. Ano pa? Sleep and milk.
Nice pass. Oshima. Ooh, what a set.
Our number one spiker right now, middle blocker Maggie. From, actually checked her nationality, she's Malaysian Taipei. And, you know, a great addition to Kurashiki for an option in the middle.
She has 5 points already. Maggie does. Back to a 6-point cushion for the defending champions in this battle for bronze. Yes, that one between two defenders.
Finally, the back row attack of Fern working because kanina nabablock siya, but you know, great back row attack finally for Est Cola.
So substitution for Est Cola as Sasikan Kanwi is in the game for the first time today. Number 8.
Number 8.
Service ace for Jata, 3rd point, and the first ace
Yes,
of
first ace.
Est Cola.
Nabawi na yung mga service errors in the beginning of the set.
Una pa, dalawa pa. 4-point game. Oh, this one, almost an ace. Chance ball. It's the next best thing. Running attack. Good defense by Kurashiki Ablaze. They're on the attack and gets it off the block. Hitting the antenna. Side out, Kurashiki Ablaze.
Finally, Kurashiki Ablaze stopped the run of Est Cola off the block clearly there by Tanida.
Underhand set. Sasikan with a push. Nice adjustment in midair. First point for Sasikan Kanyo, who just checked in a few minutes ago.
I know, that was a great, smart move for her. Nakita niya yung depensa ni Kurashiki was nakaabang na sila sa strong spike, and last minute, she dropped the ball.
19 serving 23. Oh, that was definitely out. Yamashiro picked it up.
You heard her teammate said, out, out. But she hesitated. Kasi kung mag-hesitate ka, kunin mo na lang.
All that adrenaline as well. As you see, Hideo Suzuki, head coach of Kurashiki Ablaze. This is the closest Est Cola has been in a while. They're within 3 after being down by as many as 7. Nice defense. Nice pick up there to keep it alive for Est Cola. Hichakon Wansuk defending so well, and they came out on top after that rally. Wansuk scoring. No, beg your pardon, Sitaluet.
Yes, another back row attack for her, and slowly but surely nakakahabol na si Est Cola. Kanina lamang-lamang si Kurashiki, and I think it's the defense naman that's crumbling in Kurashiki's side.
That stops the 3-point run of Est Cola. That service fault by Batayson.
Is that their 5th?
Could be, as you see
No
Lunjit
cheat.
Cao,
Hello.
assistant coach. 3 set points for Oshima and Kurashiki Ablaze here in the opening set. Nice pass.
Wow.
Terrific attack from Fern in the back row. She's got 6 points.
And right now, they keep on giving Fern the back row because it's very effective for Est Cola.
The net right there.
The defense actually of Kurashiki was going for the down the line, the zone 1, if you see that replay.
Meantime, Tanya Porn-Ciso back in the game. She had 7 points against the Foxies. Oshima. Here's the winning shot. Yes, it is.
Tanida with a down the line shot for Kurashiki.
2 points for Tanida. Now we look at some of the nice plays from the tall Maggie of Kurashiki Ablaze as they totally controlled this opening set. Phil.
Yes, controlling the defense in front of the net with Maggie. And of course, she's the #1 spiker right now with the high 46% spiking efficiency.
25-22. Kurashiki Ablaze winning set #1 against Est Cola in this battle for bronze.
We're back in the second set. Back for the bronze. Our two guests is Est Cola and Kurashiki Ablaze. Our team from Japan took the first set at 25-22.
Welcome back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum for final day of the Invitational Conference, the 2024 PVL. And right away, Est Cola starts off with another error bill.
That was a great, actually, setup for Est Cola, but it was just too wide for number 10.
And is that the youth that's causing some of these problems, some of these unforced errors for Est Cola?
Probably. You can see the experience of Kurashiki compared to Est Cola, such a young team, and they need more gelling and movement, and even the plays. I can easily read the plays of Est Cola compared to Kurashiki with Oshima. It's a fast set, and she sees the blockers and she reads the blockers of Est Cola.
And Kurashiki Ablaze just preventing any runs here for Est Cola. First point for Suji. Suji, who starts for the first time
Yes.
here in set number 2 for the black shirts of Kurashiki Ablaze. Short pass. Oh, through the block. Yes, that's going to be a point for Patay Song, her 6th.
Double contact. I think it hit her elbow, then her hand. Calling a double contact for Kurashiki Ablaze.
So here's one of the leading scorers for Est Cola. Fern with 6 already. You mentioned she had 33
Yes, career high for her.
in the last game. And again, unforced errors. Meanwhile, we'll go courtside first and check in with Alexis inside.
Eric and Phil, I got to talk to the head coach of Est Cola, Coach Raquiao, shared to me that this tournament has been a valuable learning experience for her, from gaining an understanding of how much the Philippines loves the sport to preparing her team to face a strong Japan side. She's gained everything she's needed. Moreover, their win against players the same age as them yesterday has surely given them the boost for today. Can you feel their energy? And for many of her young players, this is their first time in the Philippines, let alone the first time traveling overseas. And the warm reception from the Filipino crowd took them by surprise. Despite being a foreign team, the support from the fans has been heartwarming. Focusing on delivering their strongest serves and toughest blocks, they are in hopes of securing the bronze medal. And also, she mentioned how much they've enjoyed the local food, noting its similarities and differences to what they're used to. Luckily, her young players are excited to trying anything. If you miss a game or two, that's what the Filipinas Live app is for. Ready to catch everything in HD just for 149 pesos. Back to set 2 here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Nice block from Maggie. Her
Yes.
6th point.
That was a great report, no?
Yeah.
Some of these players in Est Cola, it's their first time to travel overseas, first time here in the Philippines, and we showed them how much we love volleyball and how passionate we are and how protective we are of our players, of our fans.
They should, still getting from that report, they should probably dial down on the service because they've committed so many service faults.
Same as in the first set. You know, most of the beginning of the points of Kurashiki came from their service errors, so they really have to control their serve.
Meantime, Yano, her first point here in set number 2. She's got 4 in total.
She's the go-to spiker of Oshima here.
17 points for Yukino Yano in their last game. Twice she scored in double digits as Oshima serves it into the net. And that gets us tied at 5 here in set number 2.
Is it their first time both teams to play in Araneta?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, kasi baka naninibago sa venue.
Because I've tried to recall where the finals was when
Here? Here ba? I don't-
Kurashiki Ablaze won it last year.
I think here.
We'll do some digging.
Yes, let's Google it. Because I noticed a lot of service errors.
In the meantime, here's a spike in set brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Mamaya may flight silang 3 a.m. May pasalubong siya. 3 a.m. flight.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
very early.
Red eye. Wow.
Nice angle for Fern, but that was picked up by the defense. Meantime, speaking of defense, defense at the net by Est Cola, keeping this rally alive. Tanabe with a push. Both teams, this is the longest
Yeah.
rally so far. And finally, the finish as Tanabe scores her 5th.
And you can see kapag rally, si Oshima goes to her opposite side. Because, you know, the blockers of Est Cola is already scrambled. And it's usually just one blocker, one-on-one in the opposite side.
Fern got it.
Finally, Fern scoring there off the block against Kurashiki.
So
18 years old.
It's their first time probably.
Both teams.
At least
Yeah.
because the finals was played in Phil's Place.
Oh, because I was wondering why, you know, ang daming service errors ng both teams. And sometimes it's the venue also, nakakapanibago din.
Is it the lighting?
It's just maybe the space. Malaki. Actually, malaki here sa Araneta.
In the meantime, Gondo with her first point of the match. Mami Gondo.
Gondo. Ganda.
8-6, 2-point lead, Kurashiki Ablaze. Second set against Est Cola. Est Cola down 1-0, losing the first by 3 points. But still a long way to go.
Yeah, it's actually better. Second set for them,
That's right.
6-8. Because in the first set, malaki yung lamang.
8-4, I believe.
Yes.
First set. First technical timeout, first set. Meantime, Kurashiki Ablaze looking good. They won 2 games in the Invitational Conference. They lost 2. Their opponents only won 1. But the good thing for Est Cola is they're coming off a win.
Yes.
Kurashiki Ablaze are coming off back-to-back losses.
Actually, in the interview, Coach Juana said na, that win was a boost, confidence boost for the Est Cola.
For sure.
And of course, I'm sure Kurashiki is also motivated to win the bronze medal.
The defending champions only battling for third against Est Cola. Nice attack from the wings, soaring from the back row. Patay Song with 7 points.
That was a strong back row attack from number 9, actually Ice, her nickname. And that's her first back row attack there in the opposite side.
Only a 1-point lead now for Kurashiki. Chance to tie. Great pass. And Maggie easily put it away. It's the passing,
Yes, it's the
allowing
passing.
Oshima to really just set it wherever she wants.
Yeah, and then if I'm Oshima, I'm gonna give it to my number 1 spiker, Maggie there. And just one-on-one block versus Est Cola.
Maggie with 7 already.
Wow.
Taisong again, back-to-back points.
Yes, you can see her power
Yeah.
and her elevation in that spike. And she's been the go-to actually of Est Cola. Lumalaban.
Meantime, Fern, their top scorer with 7, all from attacks, looking for her first ace. That's going to be off the block.
Off the block. I think it touched Dantana with that hit. If you can see here in the replay. Off the block. Point right away. And if you notice, ang dulas din ng palo ng mga outside hitter. It's pang ilang off the block din spikes from them.
Fern from the back row. Oshima. Off the block again.
Another one.
Tsuji knocking it in. Off the block. Third point for Tsuji. All scored in the second set. There's going to be a challenge here. First challenge of the match, Phil.
Challenge football? Did you see the challenge?
I didn't see the card.
Me too. Coach, paki ano yun? At Lumjit, pakitingin yun.
Okay, football. Yeah.
Football, okay.
Challenge.
Yeah, kasi it was a back row attack from Kurashiki, pero from my angle, hindi ko nakita. Nakita mo ba?
No, too fast.
Ako kasi nakatap yung monitor. But let's see here, the challenge. So Est Cola is challenging. There's a football for Kurashiki.
Kurashiki Ablaze.
From Tsuji.
So if the challenge is unsuccessful, it's going to be a 3-point lead for Kurashiki.
Oh, yes,
It is.
it is.
So it's a successful challenge.
Wait, that's not her foot. This is one. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
Nalito rin ako. Akala ko yung
It's
the
the
first.
one in the
Yeah.
foreground. Okay, it's the foot in the background, so it's
Yeah.
unsuccessful. The challenge is now it's a 3-point lead for Kurashiki, a 3-point deficit against
Maling foot
Est
din
Cola.
na nakita siguro ni Coach.
That's why.
Yeah. One foot fault, but it's not. It's the other teammate's foot that stepped on the line.
Bad pass. It's a broken play. Easy pickup for Kurashiki Ablaze. Running attack, Maggie. Nice defense for Est Cola. They try again. And they got it.
And if you notice, Eric, kanina pa yung down the line defense ni Kurashiki yung tina-target ni Est Cola. And I think yung nag-a-adjust naman yung defense nila, but it was a high ball. The block touch, but it was a high ball. Kaya pa, nahabol nga eh.
Just not enough to keep it alive, but you love the effort. Meantime, it's a 2-point game. Nice pass once again. An easy put away for Oshima.
Actually, which was kind of over. Kinabahan ako, but it's Oshima there, the best setter in this conference right now. She knew what to do with that overpass. Simple drop ball there.
Oshima, that's her second point of the game. And that one is off a block touch. So back-to-back points for Cecil. Got 4, all scored here in set number 2.
Yes.
Much competitive Est Cola team we're seeing here in the second set, Phil.
Parang naka-warm up na sila from first set.
Much more confidence as well.
And you can see their fight.
And a lot less errors. Another almost overpass. Kurashiki Ablaze on a off-system play, kept alive. And Cecil, easy over. Chance ball for Kurashiki. Yano, off a combination, got it.
And you can see the experience of Kurashiki kasi nung free ball, the spikers of Kurashiki was calling out the play already. The middle and the outside hitter were calling their plays and what they wanted, and you can see their play here.
At that point, forcing a timeout for Est Cola. They are down by 3 here in set number 2.
อย่าเพิ่งถอดใจบางทีเราลุกไม่ตายเนี่ยนะดีเฟนส์บล็อกต้องกลับเข้าทำงานให้ไวเข้าใจไหมตอนเนี้ยพอเราตีเขาไม่ตายเราลวนเองเขาแก้บางทีเขาแก้มาเฉยๆเห็นไหมไม่ได้ตีแรงเลยถูกปะนะพยายามช่วยกัน
ตอนเนี้ยสไตล์เขาจะไม่เล่นเสียเอง เพราะฉะนั้นพอเขาจะตีแล้วเราต้องหยุดเคลื่อนที่ตรงไหนต้องหยุดเราจะได้ไปได้แต่ตอนเนี้ยอย่างเมื่อกี้เฟิร์นยังไม่ทันหยุดมันเลยกลับมายากเคลื่อนที่พอเขาตีแล้วต้องหยุดแล้วก็ดีเฟนส์นะ
You can see in that timeout, Wilavan Apinyapong telling the girls Escola to, move a lot, to like react to the ball there. In that timeout, and right now we're 10, Escola 13, Kurashiki. Still serving is Oshima. Great receive. There. Great big. Oh, outside for Tanabe here. To serve now is number 11, 9. Outside spike for Yano. Right now, Kurashiki is committing unforced errors for their team, and Escola is slowly catching up with Kurashiki. And in their last game, actually, Kurashiki versus Escola, Escola was able to get a set from Kurashiki. Quick play, finally here. First attack working for Kurashiki from Gondo. Ganda.
Second
Ganda.
point for her. She's scored double digits twice. 11 against Est Cola in their first game of the Invitational Conference. Back to a 2-point lead for Kurashiki Ablaze. Running attack, down the line, easy pickup for Omura. And they pay Est Cola right back with another down the line.
But
Mondo
I think it was
back-to-back.
outside. For me, my angle outside. That's why.
Was called in by Angelo Howe, our first referee. There's going to be a challenge.
Yes. Sa tingin mo, ball in or out?
I wasn't able to see.
Ako.
I looked at the referee and I saw the.
Yeah, but then the line judge says it's inside. But everyone in Est Cola said it was outside.
Of course, they will say it's outside.
Yeah, for my angle, it was outside here, from this side. But let's see.
If the challenge is successful, it's going to be a 1-point game. Otherwise, it's going to be a 3-point lead again for Kurashiki Ablaze. Kurashiki Ablaze. This is the last challenge, by the way, for Est Cola.
Yes, because their foot fault first challenge
That's
was
right.
unsuccessful. Let's see here. Oh,
All right.
tama ako, outside. Oh, they're happy. It's so cute. The Est Cola team are happy with that call, jumping there.
So challenge successful. They still have one challenge remaining.
One more good challenge for Coach Juana.
Serving is Natalika Wasan at 10 points.
Ang galing mo naman mag-pronounce ng names nila.
I try.
Really?
I try.
I got their nicknames lang. So that for me, that's piano.
Well, what did you say it was? Piano?
Yes, number 15.
Okay, so
Yes.
Piano played it off tune. That serve is outside.
Another service error.
Yep.
I think that's their second in this second
Set
set.
alone, right?
Yeah.
There's Fern. Nice coverage. Defensively by Est Cola, keeping this rally alive. Push. Coming from Kurashiki Ablaze. They will try again. This time an off-speed hit. Battle at the net. Maggie keeping it alive. And that one is outside.
I think Suji is looking for a check ball.
That's the call by Angelo Howe. A check ball. Let's see if
They will challenge
Est
it.
Cola will challenge. No, they will not. That takes us to our second technical timeout. 3-point lead for Kurashiki Ablaze. The early birds inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum for
Cheers. Coffee.
day of the finals of the Invitational Conference. And of course, the Cool Smashers taking on the HD Spikers later.
It's an exciting game.
Very.
Their third matchup in a month. Less than a month, right?
And definitely, you know, the Cool Smashers are the heavy favorites.
Yes. Gunning for their 10th PVL title, and for
Championship.
Signal HD, it's their second finals appearance. Hopefully, finally defeating Creamline. How many times na sila naglaban?
Yeah. In
But,
the meantime, you know,
yeah, bronze medal mo tayo.
exactly. Battle for bronze between
Excited din ako actually sa next game.
the defending champions,
Yes.
Kurashiki Ablaze against Est Cola. Are you hanging around for the next game?
Tingnan natin.
Back row attack again, and this is been one of
Yes.
the plays that's been
Very
productive.
effective. Yes, and it's so far she's been scoring that back row attack in the opposite side. Check ball there.
So that's going to be the 9th point of Bataysong. 9 for number 9. Oshima passes. Oh, nice block, but Great coverage again by Tanabe. And that one too far for Fern, even with a left hand.
I know. I think number 5, Yui, is apologizing to Fern for oversetting that ball. She knew it was an overset.
Meantime, Saki Tanabe with a serve. There's a block against Patay Song. Nice coverage
Great
again.
defense.
That was Omura. Omura will play setter.
Ooh, that was a good call for the libero. Like, na-surprise ako doon. Bigla niyang i-drop ball, but it didn't go over the net. And you know, sinong, alam ko nang gumagawa rin, no? Na drop ball. My teammate before, Melissa Goheng.
That's right.
Yes.
Maggie, cross court. Back row attack for Est Cola. Another exciting rally in the making. And a put away coming from Siso.
Yes, number 11. She's been doing that off the block touch and with enough power to swipe it off the hands of Oshima there.
Service. 47.
1 point game. Chance to tie for Est Cola on the serve by Fern. That's a good one too.
Wow. Great attack coming from Maggie. And in the previous rally, actually, she's been asking for the ball.
Yeah.
And it's, as a middle blocker of Est Cola, it's hard to guard the number 1 spiker, a middle blocker for Kurashiki here.
8 points already for Lo Mei Tsing, or Maggie for short. And there is Siso again, back-to-back points. He has 6. All of them scored here in set number 2.
And you can hear her spike, eh? May power.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power in that spike coming from number 11. Nickname 9. Cute 9.
Okay. I like how you've got all the nicknames too.
We got it last game, me and Miguel. Because
Battle at the net.
we're not like you, magaling mag-pronounce.
Oshima. Yano. Got it. Nobody there on the defensive end.
Finally, Yano going for that down the line attack. No. Through the block, double block of Est Cola.
Very balanced scoring for Yano as Maggie serves. 3 in the first set, 3 in the second set for Yano. Again, another superb hit. Patay Song now with 10, the only player in double digits in the game.
Yes, and again, you know, if you notice, laging off the block yung hits ni Est Cola and the defense. There's no support sa back row defense ng Kurashiki.
Second game in double digits for Natawan Patay Song, who's serving now. Again, was that third?
Yeah, I think so. Third service error in this set. Sayang, because she was able to make a point.
And that's keeping them just behind by 1 or 2 points.
They could have tied.
Exactly.
2 subs here for Est Cola.
5 out, 19 in. 9 out, 4. Panta in.
Number 4, Kaki is back.
Yep.
She had a great game versus Farm Fresh.
And she started today.
Yes.
Also, Pontam, Papachaya Pontam is back in the game. She was also a starter.
Wow.
Beautiful hit. This is the third in a row.
Yes,
for
for number 11.
Siso.
Siso. What's her full name? Number Tanya Prawn. Siso. Siso.
She had 7.
9 na, ano na lang, 9 na lang.
Much easier, right?
Oo.
Siso had 7 against the Foxies, but she serves back-to-back service
Yes,
balls.
back to back. If they want to close in with Kurashiki, they need to just have sure serves now kasi pa-end game na to eh, Eric.
They had 3 service faults in the first set. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4
Wow.
service faults.
So 4 points ng Kurashiki is from their service error.
They could have been up
Yes.
Est Cola if not for the errors. Oh, great coverage. defensively by Kurashiki Ablaze. Fern,
Check
block
ball.
touch.
Yes.
Hold on, Kurashiki.
8 points for Fern.
20 to 21.
Est Cola finally winning that rally. That was
Subsequent
somehow a long rally.
Should feel good for these teenagers.
Teenagers.
Well, they're all teenagers.
Yes, they are. When was your teenage years?
Let's not even go there.
Ako siguro 10 years ago. What? Hindi.
That one's outside.
Number 20, Suji.
tied at 21.
She's 5'5", okay. She's my height. But she has power.
Yep.
22 years old. Papakopya ng notes
For sure.
Kala nyo alam ko pero may notes dito si Eric. Kumakopya lang ako dito.
Well, don't look now, Phil.
Oh,
We're
21
tied at-
all,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly, 21 all.
Hindi ko nga napansin. Kasi nasa notes mo lang ako.
All right, chance for the lead. Yano picks it up. Omura will set it.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, Kurashiki Ablaze just coming up big when they need a point.
I knew it. I knew that Tanabe would score that point because actually kanina pa siya malakas sa opposite na yan. And number 1 actually, new setter,
Wako Omura.
Wako Omura.
So a terrific side out to take the lead right back for Kurashiki Ablaze. But what an answer coming from Pontam. Her first point, and we're tied at 22.
Yeah, I felt her swing there. Great swing, great approach, and they make that point.
It is anybody's set right now. Far different from how it was in the opening set when Kurashiki Ablaze led by as many as 7 points.
Yeah, it was a strong start for Kurashiki Ablaze in the first set.
Omura down the line, got it.
Suji finds a corner.
That was Suji's fifth point.
And Suji just powering through the block of Est Cola there, gunning for the zone 1 corner there. Great angle.
So it's a battle of side outs right now between these two teams. Now let's see if Est Cola has another side out in them to tie the game. Otherwise, it's going to be 2 set points for Kurashiki Ablaze. Fern, Yano, Oshima is back in the game. Oh, what a nice monster block for Est Cola to tie the game at 23.
Yeah, nice monster block by number 12, Fern there. Just closing it for Suji. Finally getting the point. Block point. First block point.
No, that's going to be the third
Third block point for Est Cola.
in the game. Service
Okay.
ace almost. Nice save from Maggie. Seesaw got the lead for Est Cola, and they're up by 1 for the first time in the game.
Getting set point, and Sisu has just been swiping her spikes off the block against Kurashiki, and it has been very effective for her. Just looking for the hands.
8 points for Seesaw. Here's Fern serving. Good pass. Maggie got it.
Yeah.
Saving a set point. So we go to an extended set number 2.
Great pass for Kurashiki and Maggie with a short running attack.
Ayan ang Suji.
And if you notice, kapag first ball, automatic nag-running si Maggie.
Ayano Tsuji serving. That is outside
Ball's
for
out.
Patay Som.
Kurashiki now
And that's
set
2 straight
point
points for
advantage.
Kurashiki Ablaze, who are now at set point.
It was a good play for number 5, Yui, because she knows that number 9, Ice, has been very effective in the opposite and been scoring well for her team.
That's true.
Good call, though.
Bad pass. Gonna be a chance ball here. Siso. Chance to put it away. Oshima. They go to Yano. Yano got it. 3 straight points for Kurashiki Ablaze to come from behind and win an extended set number 2 against Est Cola.
first attack and closing. Kurashiki closing the game.
Meantime, you're looking at Mami Gondo.
The highlights.
That's right. Scored a couple of points all in set number 2. And it was a close one, but Kurashiki Ablaze still coming out on top, and they lead 2-0 against Est Cola in this battle for bronze. Back here inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, last day of the Invitational Conference of the PVL, and the battle for bronze. Kurashiki Ablaze, the defending champions, up 2-0 against, well, rookies in the PVL Invitational Conference, the Est Cola squad out of Bangkok, Thailand.
Actually, it was a better set for Est Cola in that the set number 2, they were able to, close in the score, but it was their errors. And it's just Kurashiki is just a really higher attacking team with 42% attack versus 40% of Est Cola. And of course the defense, Japan defense, what else can you say? Very scrappy, They can just put up the ball with one hand and they can accept the ball in that set number 2. And you can see here the stats. I said the attacking was better for Est Cola, who's 17-18. And of course the blocks is the same, but the opponent errors still a lot. You saw a lot of service errors. But then in the end, it was Kurashiki who scored. The experience.
That's right.
The senior of this PVL Conference Invitational, the defending champion, knows how to close a game.
Well, what Est Cola can take from the second set is the fact that they got the lead.
Yes.
They were at set point, and then, cut down on the errors.
Yeah, and of course, kaya nilang sabayan yung attacking ng Kurashiki.
Just cut down on the errors. Can you imagine where we'd be here in set number 3 if
Yeah.
Est Cola had maybe just 4
Yeah, and
errors
played
or 5
more
errors.
efficient
Yeah.
in the second set.
We'd probably be tied at 1 set apiece.
Yes.
But that's not the case. Est Cola will have to win 3 straight sets if they are to win the bronze. And Tanabe starts off waxing hot with her 7th point of the game.
Very smooth approach from Tanabe and light. Did you see that? She was in front of us.
Yeah.
Ganda ng approach and jump.
Saya Taniguchi, team captain, serving.
And that one is outside for Fern. So not a good start. We talked about the errors, cutting it down, and they
Yes.
start off their offense with an error.
And again, in the first beginning of the set, lagi ng daming error ni Est Cola.
Right.
Kaya nakalamang agad si Kurashiki. Kurashiki? Kurashiki.
Overpass coming from Tanabe. Ooh, but they even get lucky with stuff like that. Let's check in with Alexis inside.
Eric and Phil, that was such a close set number 2. I got to talk to Liu Mei-tsing, also known as Maggie of Kurashiki Ablaze, and I asked her what's the secret to her double points every single game, and she shared to me it's because her main goal every time is to enjoy the set with her teammates and learn something new from her opponents, even if they're much younger in experience. For the 28-year-old, her favorite thing about this conference is the crowd, because even if she's new to Kurashiki, she can barely speak Japanese. She's a bit shy, but when it came to hearing the support of the Filipino fans here, she was highly encouraged to give her all and witness every single time she plays. And as for the atmosphere, the team is thrilled with the energy inside the arena. It's loud, exciting, and inspiring them to even fight harder. Let's see if Kurashiki can pack it up in 3, or will Est Cola change the tides of the game? This set number 3. Back to the panel.
Oh, so Maggie. Oh, tama.
Yeah, you can go, unless you can translate this time out. We'd love to hear your thoughts here.
ตัวกลางเขาบล็อกใหญ่นะเข้าใจไหมตัวกลางเขาใหญ่นะ
ไม่งั้นถ้าจะจ่ายเฟิร์นอ่ะเนี่ยก็ต้องไปเอ็กเลยเรียกเอ็กอะไรเงี้ยแล้วมิกด้านเนี้ยแล้วก็จ่ายไปนู่นอย่างเงี้ยได้
So,
Well, sabi lang ni...
Bill translation.
Sabi ni Coach, may instructions lang siya kay Fern. Narinig ko lang yung pangalan ni Fern.
Okay.
So yun, sabi niya cross-court daw. I'm not sure. Tignan natin itong first attack nila kung makikinig si Fern.
2, team captain, Saya Taniguchi.
Nice pass. A rare nice pass, but Maggie just easily stuffed that one.
Turn back.
Defending the front of the net. She's number 3 right now. And the best blockers in this conference.
Service Taniguchi.
What a start here for Kurashiki Ablaze. I mean, they couldn't have scripted a better start than this. Up 2 sets to nothing and up 5-0 in what could be the 3rd and final set. There's a net touch against Kurashiki Ablaze. Finally, Est Cola gets on the board.
Yes, Est Cola finally rotating. Tagal din nila
Yeah.
in this beginning of the set.
They had to burn a timeout. Just
Kasi 4-0 na.
4-0. Right.
That's far away na for,
Especially for
Team.
what could be a final set.
yes, for bronze,
For bronze.
medal.
Maggie got it.
Again, that's their play. If the first attack, they have a good receive, Maggie will go to a back, short run back quick here.
And that is your spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan, Pasalubong ng Bayan, Liu Mei-tsing, otherwise known as Maggie, now with 11 points, the first player for Kurashiki Ablaze in double digits.
And if you notice in the replay, she didn't even go out sa attack line.
Not too far.
Very short.
Good defense. The pop-up by Kamwong. Oshima sets it up. They go to Yano. Oh, what a block. Nice defense. Coming from
Finally,
Patay Song.
yes. First block point of Est Cola in this set. Number 9, Ice was there closing the down the line of Est Cola.
She's got 11 already.
Fresh pa rin yung girl.
Serving for Est
Third set na.
Meantime, Natawan Tuamjok did not play in the last 2 games for Est Cola, serving.
Ooh,
Maggie
what?
had to readjust.
Yeah,
Like
double jump.
twice,
Yes.
exactly.
She did a double jump because I think the set was too high, or she came in early.
Probably.
Good adjustment
Let's
for
take
her.
a look.
Yeah.
There's the first
Oh.
one, there's the second one, there's the third, the real jump.
Wow, the agility. Did you see that?
12 points for Maggie. Tamaguchi keeping it alive. Maggie back row, that's outside.
Outside shot.
I was surprised as a middle blocker she was going to do a back row attack, but
Wow.
she can, but
She was the only one there.
yes.
And then
She's
Coach
laughing.
Suzuki saying you should have just overhead tossed that thing because spiking it may not be a good idea for somebody as tall as you.
Yeah.
But Taisong with a nice serve. Oshima. Yano again. Good defense by Wansuk. Siso. Ooh, too close to the net. Joust. Won
Wow.
by Est Cola. Chance ball here for the red shirts. Oh, terrific block from Kurashiki Ablaze, or Kurashiki Ablaze.
Woo.
Yano pushes it, nice block, but Yano keeping it alive. There's a nice hit. Bodies on the floor, resulting in great defense and a long rally. Back row. Oh,
Still alive.
terrific coverage. Yano.
Oh.
Another great save from Est Cola. Oshima, back row.
Yeah.
Finally,
Back row attack. Tanabe. First technical
Tanabe.
10 points.
Yes.
Kurashiki Ablaze.
And that sends us to our first technical timeout. 8-3, Kurashiki Ablaze against Est Cola, set number 3. Welcome back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Job Fernandez and some of the stars of the PVL and Manny Gambler.
She's back, lined up, suited up to
Kurashiki Ablaze. Number 3.
help signal.
Let's see you
Because
later.
last reinforced, the national team players weren't there.
Gold medal match, championship match coming up. Cool Smashers versus the HD Spikers in the meantime. And nice block from Mami Gondo.
Gondo. She's been solid for Kurashiki since the second set. That was a great block. And you can see that, you know, pagpasok ng kamay.
So back-to-back points for Kurashiki Ablaze. They're up by 6. And this is their biggest lead of the third set. Fern.
Wow.
And it's popped up by
Ooh.
Watanabe. And off the block, another point for Kurashiki Ablaze. Give that to Taniguchi.
That was a good set coming from Oshima all the way from the outside to the opposite. Back set.
And a low one.
Yes. Ganda. Pero ang bilis nun Kaya ko kaya yun. Parang kung ganun kaganda yung set, paluin mo, makapoint ka talaga.
7 points, the biggest lead now for Oshima and the rest of Kurashiki Ablaze. Bad pass. Gonna be a chance ball if they even make it. Nope, they don't.
Yeah, and surprisingly, bad pass coming from Fern because she's one of the higher percentage in reception.
We talked about it. 11 receptions for her in last game. As you look at that pass, we take a quick break. 11-3, Kurashiki Ablaze here in set number 3. Yukino Yano and the rest of Kurashiki Ablaze, if they keep scoring like this, they're going to have one
Substitution.
of their biggest leads of the match.
Yes. I actually didn't notice na 11-3.
Yeah. 8 points already. This is the biggest lead for Kurashiki Ablaze. Napatson Pumnin is in the game for the first time. Number 16 for Est Cola. Let's see if she can make a difference. She's a big girl too.
Yes.
Probably 6'1". There's a nice block for Est Cola.
Yes, and right now, you know, Est Cola is down by 2 sets, but I feel like their mindset should be just keep playing. This is a good experience. Fight for each point. We know that Kurashiki is a senior team who's defending champions in this Invitational.
So here's Pumnin. Nice serve. Yano off system play. It's going to be a chance ball for Est Cola. Fern kept alive by Gondo. Yano tries with the left hand. Fern unable to keep it alive.
Yes, even with the left hand, Yano scoring a point. It's just the defense of Est Cola is scrambling right now in this third set. Fern, pero parang mukha namang mag-outside.
Could have been.
Yes.
Taas eh, no?
Oo.
So Yano serving. Yano with 8 points already. 1 ace. Beg your pardon. 1 block and 7 attacks. Fern. Got it.
Well played shot.
Finally making a point, Fern, in front of the net.
So Fern with 11. And Batay Song with 11 as well. 2 players in double digits for Est Cola. Right now, they are down big. 7-point deficit.
Yes. But we'll see, kasi no first set nahabol na rin nila
That's
eh.
true.
Oh, yun lang.
+1.
We were hopeful that they could get a run here.
That is going to be the first service fault in this third set for Est Cola. Let's see if they can keep it around that number.
Serving for Kurashiki.
Back to an 8-point cushion for Kurashiki Ablaze. Yes, nice attack for Pontam.
One ton,
6.
Pontam, number 19.
That's going to be her 3rd point in the game. She had 4 in the first meeting against Kurashiki Ablaze.
Oh, she's a lefty.
Ooh, Maggie.
Oh,
That's going to be double contact.
Touch. Called on Untitled.
hesitation there from Est Cola. The touch block naman, but you know, she was trying to over the ball. Di umabot, kaya na double contact.
Right now, Kurashiki Ablaze not being challenged. This is a very comfortable third set.
It's closer to the bronze medal for
Yeah.
Kurashiki.
Fern. Pancake save is good. Maggie keeping it alive. Collides with their libero.
That hurts.
Fern drops it. Yano sets it. Tanabe. What a save. But not high enough for a second touch. 9 points, the lead by Kurashiki Ablaze, their biggest of the entire match.
Yeah, they're just cruising in that set number 3. And the defense of Est Cola scrambling.
Oh, nice attack.
But outside, you know, Tanabe, yung approach niya, even her landing, parang ang soft. Parang
Smooth operator.
Yeah, ang gaan niya. It's very smooth and you just...
You kind of played like that back in the day.
Talaga.
As a Blue Eagle?
Nung payat pa.
You say that and you're making everyone else look fat. Are you
Sorry.
kidding?
Nung bata pa ako, nung teenager pa ako, yun na lang.
Tanabe is blocked.
Gotcha. Says Nakawa.
Wang Jok with her first point. That's off a monster block.
Tanabe adjusting from the set, but the blockers of Est Cola finally
Yeah,
getting that point. I think that's their second block point.
correct.
Yes, in this set number 3.
Overpass. Oshima, nice block against the tall Wang Jok. And just
Hesitation from number 16, Pumnin.
that sends us to our second technical timeout. 16-8. Kurashiki Ablaze on top.
Ilang
Right now, it's all Kurashiki Ablaze in set number 3, and they're up 2-0. Right now, it's an 8-point lead
Yes.
for Taniguchi and the rest of the black shirts.
It's all about Kurashiki for the bronze medal.
There's still time.
Yes, kaya pa mag-run.
What can Est Cola do, Phil?
I feel like nag-mix na si Coach Juana dito eh. Nagpasok na siya ng mga younger players. Younger players. And she's just trying to get the right mix for her team para labanan itong si Kurashiki.
An error from Tanabe. Going to be good for Est Cola.
Yes, and they could make a run here. This is their chance.
They're only down by 7 right now. The biggest lead was 9 points for Kurashiki Ablaze.
But Fern is still in the back row.
Could serve. And
Wow!
love the effort, but
Yeah.
that third touch is going to be a prayer.
Hail Mary,
Yeah.
right? But you know, the effort of the Japan defense. Pero kung ano naman ang habulin ko rin yun.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But
Because
great serve.
you're going to hear it from your coach if you don't.
Great effort there from Kurashiki.
So a 2-point run here for Est Cola. Another great serve. Overpass. There you go. It's 3 straight points from Est Cola after the second technical timeout.
Yes, and now Est Cola just enjoying,
Yeah.
you know, every point. Number 16, Pumnin with the joust against Osh. Oh, it's actually Regalo. How old is she?
16.
16.
Won't turn 17 until December.
That's why she was happy with that Regalo.
Meantime, a side out for Hiroko Morimoto. First point.
Gets a ball touch.
Yeah. And if you notice, Eric, ang dami ng pinasok na Kurashiki, they're really rotating their players.
Well, Coach Suzuki very comfortable right now with
Yeah,
her lead.
actually, yes, I would. And, you know, ayaw mo pagurin yung team kasi may
That's right.
3 a.m. flight pa sila.
Yeah.
And they're joining agad the Japan League.
As soon as they get there, probably within the weekend or something. And in the meantime, quick side out here for Est Cola as Pumnin scores again.
Yeah, she's so cute. Like every point, she's so happy. And if I was that young and 16, you know, I'm just happy to be here.
That's right.
Hey, she's so cute. They're happy and celebrating.
5-point game.
Ito na,
Taniguchi.
nakaroon na nga.
Morimoto, that hit the antenna.
No.
Yeah, that's going to be a point for Est Cola again. So back-to-back points, a little 2-point run once again for Est Cola.
Yes. And in that attack, it hit the antenna first. The set hit the antenna.
So from down 9 points,
Hirap magmat. Ikaw na.
Tanida and the rest of Est Cola within 4. Morimoto, block. Oshima goes back to Morimoto. That hit is going to be outside for the big Pumnin.
Great run for Est Cola. Now they have the chance again to attack because Kurashiki is serving and they have the first attack. With a full front line for Est Cola.
You love the demeanor of Coach Wana. I mean, just talking to Plumjit Tinkao there, they're keeping it light. I
Yes.
know there's a lot of pressure, obviously, for Est Cola to win, but they're young. You don't want to give them too much pressure. And that's a point for Pontam.
Yeah, number 19, a lefty actually. Fontam.
Back to a 4-point game. Still anybody's set here. But a must-win for Est Cola if they want to extend this bronze medal match. Oshima. Blocked. Morimoto. Blocked again. Oh, terrific defense at the net coming from Est Cola.
And you can see the blockers of Est Cola nakaabang na sa open spike kasi nga out of system play na rin coming from that block touch of Est Cola. And nakita mo na nandun yung blockers. That's why they were able to get that point.
From down 9 points, Est Cola is within 3. Got to get a side out here again.
Ooh,
Oh, yes. No.
it was outside.
Yep.
Check block. Ang galing no, did you see that? That was like a soft, alam mo soft tap but off the block.
Side out for Kurashiki
Oh, that's
Ablaze.
just play. Parang may hawak na sa block.
Yes. Pontam, again, 6 points for Pontam. 5 coming in set number 3.
She's very effective here as a lefty for Est Cola. And I heard her teammates say, she said, Liu Liu, it means Goku. Fontam receiving and saying, Liu Liu. So cute.
Wasan with a serve and an ace. It's a 2-point game.
Kanina, 8-16. After the technical timeout,
Yeah.
nakascore na si Est Cola and Kurashiki just scored 3 points.
Kurashiki Ablaze led by as many as 9. Again, it's just a 2-point game. Short pass. Oshima goes to Tanabe.
Inside. Again, Tanabe was just a smooth spike. And using her hang time to place the ball down the line. Easy.
12 points for Tanabe. Maggie, oh, nice hit. Maggie with 13.
That was a nice hit. A nice set from Oshima. And, you know, she's not even just a connection there.
Back-to-back points for Kurashiki Ablaze as they try and make it an insurmountable advantage late here in set number 3. Good coverage by Yano in the back row. Tanabe blocked. The up by Kawamura. And Taniguchi is turned away. Another monster block for Est Cola.
I think that's the second block point of Fern alone in this set. Just guarding the net one-on-one versus Kurashiki.
Fontam with 6 points. Good pass. Taniguchi. Oh, off the chin of Fontam. Fontam keeping it alive. Fern. Tanabe. Fontam again with coverage. Fern attacking. Yano popping it up. Tanabe again. Oh, what a rally. And Fern delivers on the third try.
And you can feel the aggressiveness coming from Est Cola. Every rally and every point. Everyone in the defense just contributing and being present inside the court. Great set. And Fern is finally in front, scoring for her team.
So the break point one, Coach Wana extremely happy. It's back to a 2-point game. Fontam looking for an ace. Great pass by Tanabe. Gets it back. Ooh, what a dig. Coming from Wansuk. There's a block by Maggie, but kept alive. Tanabe drills that one in.
Tanabe has just been there, and you can see how aggressive naman siya in front of the net. Doing a spike agad.
That was an overpass.
Yeah, and the defense of Est Cola wasn't established pa.
13 points for Tanabe. And it's back to a 3-point lead for Kurashiki Ablaze. Fern got it off the block.
Yes, off the hands of Oshima.
Still
Fern.
keeping it close.
Yeah.
Est Cola is within striking distance.
And if you notice, Coach Wena is really animated already for her team and just communicating what they do.
Here's Fern, going to be in the back row, 14 points. Off 12 attacks and 2 blocks. 1-2 play, Oshima got it.
1-2 play works for Oshima.
Closer to the bronze medal, 2 points.
But they're not out of the woods yet. We've seen a run here, a huge run for Est Cola. They were down by as many as 9 points. They're just within 3.
Ang bilis, no?
Yeah. Bilis na bura nung lamang ng Kurashiki Ablaze. So that hit will probably be the nail in the coffin for Est Cola.
There was an awkward approach for number 16, Pumnin there.
4 match points. As you see the HD Spikers standing by.
Ready, Don Makandili. It's also suited up. Judith Abil, the
Nice-
energy.
Nice to see Judith Abel back in the PVL. Huh?
Yes, actually. For the bronze.
Pumnin, nice hit after committing the attack error earlier. Yano with a cut shot. Pumnin picking it up. Fern from the back row. Here's a chance. Yano. Fern again. Block. Oh, Maggie delivers the winning point for Kurashiki Ablaze.
Top blockers in the conference. Guarding the net, Maggie there.
And the defending champions, they may not have been able to defend their crown, but nevertheless, this Manado play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day, okay? And that Manado gives them the bronze medal, a podium finish in the Invitational Conference of 2024.
Still a podium finish for our defending champions here in the Invitational, and I hope to see them again
For sure.
next conference.
That featured server of the set brought to you by Sunsilk. Switch to the new Sunsilk Anti-Dandruff Shampoo now. Tanggal dandruff na, balik healthy, smooth hair pa.
Oshima does have smooth hair there. Will they get Sunsilk also?
Right now, they will get the bronze medal. That's for sure.
Yes.
Meanwhile, a terrific performance, nevertheless, for Est Cola, who will finish 4th today.
Est Cola, such a young team. You know, I'm excited actually to follow their journey as a national team. I'm sure I'll see them someday in VNL, because, you know, in another league, international league. And for Kurashiki, congratulations.
Back here inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the finish of this bronze medal match between Est Cola and Kurashiki Ablaze. Kurashiki Ablaze clearly winning in 3 straight sets. Our best player right now with Alexis Tinsay. Alexis?
Eric and Phil here with me in the Big Dome in the Smart Araneta Coliseum is no other than Saki Tanabe of Kurashiki Ablaze, who snatched the bronze medal in 3 straight sets with 13 bombastic attack points. And with that, congratulations, konnichiwa. And kamusta ang inyong pagkapanalo against Est Cola?
このタイのチームと2回目の対戦ですけど、どういう気持ちで挑みましたか？
絶対負けないぞっていう気持ちで全員で一致団結して戦いました。
Gusto gusto nilang panalo itong game. Nag-isa na sila. Na gets na win na sila.
At nakita naman talaga natin yung unity. And with that, ano ang naging mindset, ano ang naging strategy ng Kurashiki Ablaze against the team in Thailand?
この銅メダルを取るに対してどういう気持ちで挑みましたか？
正直優勝できなかったのは悔しいんですけど、昨日負けて結構みんな沈んでたんですけど、今日の試合絶対勝つぞっていう気持ちで取れた3位だったので、悔しい気持ちはありますけど、勝てたので良かったです。
Nalungkot sila kahabi kasi natalo na sila. Kasi target nila the gold medal. Pero reset na sila mindset, then panalo na sila kaya nag-enjoy, naka-happy na siya.
At kita naman na nakapag-reset despite the defeat yesterday. You guys won the bronze. And with that, may gusto bang batiin si Saki Tanabe and also, of course, the PVL fans who have supported Kurashiki Ablaze from day one?
PVL のこのフィリ フィリピンのファンの皆さんに何か一言お願いします。
たくさんの応援ありがとうございました。私たちは次日本で10月から大事なリーグが始まるので、また日本に帰るんですけど、フィリピンからもずっと応援していただきたいです。
Maraming salamat daw ng Philippine fans. And meron din sila ng liga pag umuwi sa Japan. Sana maroon na kayo lahat game nila sa Japan.
And we will be there to support Kurashiki Ablaze in the upcoming Japan Cup. And with that, we have the Kurashiki Ablaze bronze medalists to the PVL Reinforced Conference Finals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the PVL Reinforced Conference Finals.
Kurashiki Ablaze, the defending champions, sweep the rookies of the Invitational Conference, Est Cola out of Thailand, in straight sets to win the bronze medal in the Invitational Conference of the Premier Volleyball League.
Yes, it was an easy game for Kurashiki, and they're going home happy and with a medal in this conference this year. And I hope to see them again, you know, try to get the gold medal, as Tanabe said in her interview. And you can see here the statistics in this game with Kurashiki, of course, dominating the attack department. Although the blocking was actually good in this game, both teams had 8 blocks each. And Est Cola serving 4 aces. And of course, the errors talaga ng Est Cola that really cost them this game.
And that'll wrap it up for us in the first game of your doubleheader here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Thanks to our director, Marvin Chavez. For Alexis Tinsay, my partner, Phil Kainglat Gaetano, I'm Eric Tepan. Stand by for the championship match. Cool Smashers against the HD Spikers. Coming up next, right here on Pilipinas Live.